Now I have opened my Geth and my private network, and I'm going to deploy my contracts, my truffle contracts in my private chain now. And the first thing I have to do is I have to unlock my accounts, or if you have done that already with the parameters you give Geth, you don't have to do these steps, but I'm usually doing it like this. I attach to my Geth console, to my JavaScript console. If you're on Mac or on Linux, you have to give it the IPC path here. And I just unlock my accounts, especially my first account. And then in order to actually do the migration with Truffle, I have to start the miner, or else I cannot do anything. So I start the miner and I see in my other window where Geth is running that mining started. And now I can type in Truffle migrate, and it should deploy first the migrations contract and then the Metacoin contract. Depending on how long you've already used your private network, it might take a little bit longer, because obviously difficulty is increasing over time. For me, I've just removed everything and I restarted my private chain right now before recording this lecture. Now my Metacoin contract is deployed, and I just, in the same directory, I run npm run dev to start my Webpack server. Okay, my Webpack server is running, and I will start Mist now. Depending if you're on Windows or on Linux, maybe you have to start Mist with the right IPC file, which you can find on the top of your output. On Windows, I don't have to give it the IPC file, but if you're on Linux or on Mac, you have to give it the IPC file, as we have shown you in the first section of this course. Now I just pause the recording for a second and I start Mist now. Now I'm starting Mist. It will show me again that I'm on a private network, and I don't know what is this website, but I can go to localhost port 8080. So this tells me it couldn't get any accounts. The reason is because I first have to connect my main account to this website. So as soon as I do that, I should be all set. I don't know why there is no meta showing up, but let's try to just transfer 50 meta coins. Let me try to transfer 50 meta coins, copy address to this address. It should ask me about the password, which is test123456. Still initiating transaction, please wait. So the transaction is complete. It finally updated the balance. Don't ask me why it didn't update the balance before, because our actual attention should be on the events here. As you can see, the all events is a watch function which watches for new events happening. The events from a specific address didn't fire because we were sending funds to another address. And if we switch, let me send funds to, anyway, my main account isn't a problem. Copy anyway. Let me send some funds, maybe 30, that we see a difference. Initiating transaction, and transaction complete. Now we see that all events fired again because it's a watch function. The events, or actually it should be to specific address, because we were filtering. If I go back, I can show you, we were filtering the transfer event. We just want to have those transfer events that were sent to a specific account, and in this case our account owning the beta coins. So that fired one time, which is perfectly fine, and the get event didn't fire at all, because at the beginning when we first opened this website there were no events yet. So let me just reload the website, and now we see that the all events, the get, is a one-time function. It's not polling for new events happening, and it gives you an array of events. All events is not firing. The reason is because we didn't give it a second config object here. If we say we want to watch for all events happening since the beginning of the blockchain, then we can just enter this second config object here, and it will give us all events. Mind though that with these events it will call the function here, the callback function, for every event that it finds between block 0 and the latest block. Now if you have any further questions to this, head over to the Q&A and I'll try to answer it there. But I hope that this difference between all events, transfer event, the single event, and the filter object, and the watch and the get function should make it a little bit more clear how these things work. Now with this said, we can go back to our actual exchange contract and continue implementing there. It should be straightforward. Shouldn't be any problem anymore to understand how things are working, and I'll see you there.